Hey guys, this is Arcade and I'm back with another tutorial, and in this one we are going to create a track with vocals, and I'm also gonna show you how to get vocals for your music, because I know a lot of people are making music and they are trying to get some people to sing on them or something, but if you don't have enough fans or get enough views, most people really don't care about singing on your tracks. But your music might be good and you really feel like you should have some vocals in there, then I have a really cool site for you that you can check out and get some vocals from. So let's go to that site and choose our vocal for this video. So the site is Tragolib and I did sponsored videos with them before, and they are basically a platform where you can license songs and then sample them and use the samples in your music. So they have a lot of old songs and stuff like that, but they also have just vocal tracks by themselves, the acapellas. So to get them you just go to track types and go to vocals. And then we get pretty much just a lot of vocal tracks, some of them really old and some of them new, so you can get vocals for different types of genres. But for this video I want to use an old vocal and do a little bit like Avicii did with Levels, because it's also sampled from an old track, and that's kind of what I want to do today. So I already have my vocal selected, so let me just find it. It's this one for the song Can This Be True, and it was released in 1974, and I already downloaded it. But if you were to be here, you would just press add to cart, buy it for €2, and then you can work with it in your track. And then when you want to license it and actually release the track and make money from the track, you can license the vocal for €50. So yeah, I think that's a really cool way to get vocals and to get that extra something to your tracks. So here's the vocal I got, and you get the BPM, you get the key as well. I already downloaded it, so let's put it in FL Studio. And check out the site for yourself. You can preview the samples even if you don't want to buy them, so you can check out what they have to offer. Anyway, so here's the vocal I chose. It has multiple parts.
Your love don't seem to have no meaning.
It's like one of the vocals, because that track has multiple singers, so this is just one of them. But I really liked this part.
It is my perception. Your love I should not question. For more love and affection is the answer to my question. Hey.
So yeah, that's the part I want to use. So let me just cut this out, because this is the only part we're gonna work with, and just cut it like this and make unique as sample. The reason I do this is because when you make it unique as sample, it will delete the rest of the track, and when you are working with the vocal, like pitching it up and down and making some edits, it won't take as long to stretch or whatever. So just do that, and then we just have this part by itself. We can still go back to the original if you want to, but I'm just gonna use this part for now. So the BPM was 105. It said it on the site, so that's great that they have that. And let's just put a metronome in it and put it in the right position. So I think the is like the beginning of the beat.
It is my perception. Your love I should not question.
So yeah, that's pretty much right on the beat. Let's put it on track number 5, and let's put some EQ on it, maybe boost the high frequencies, and maybe some reverb as well, just a little bit.
It is my perception.
And now the next thing we want to do is like set up the chords. So that's always a bit tricky, I guess. Especially this vocal, because I listened to the original track. It has like a really weird chord progression. It's more like bass progression that makes it flow, but I just want to have straight up chords, so hopefully it will work. So the way I want to go about it is just kind of make the melody in piano roll.
It is.
So yeah, it's like just trying to get the notes. It doesn't have to be perfect. So yeah, that's kind of the first two singing melodies. So that will be enough, hopefully. Let's see. Now let's put the chords in. Yeah, that could work. So let's delete this and let's just play it with the vocal.
It is my perception. Your love I should not question. For more love and affection.
Yeah, I think that works. Let's just work with that. That's gonna be the start, and let's just make the chords. So I already explained it in many videos. The way I do the chords is I put the note in, I skip 2, put the third one in, I skip 3, put the fourth one in, you know. So this is a minor chord, and if you want to change it to major, you just put the middle note one up. The difference between major and minor is always the middle note, at least in these basic chords.
It is my perception. Your love I should not question. It is my
Okay, so let's put it 1, 2, 3 up, and then put the vocal 3 up as well. See if that works now with the chorus. Maybe just minus 200, plus 200.
It is my perception. Your love I should not question. For more love and affection is the answer to my question. Hey.
So let's go to Flex, and this synthwave pack, yeah, that's the one. Let's take the bass notes again. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's try doing a little effect with the vocal. So let's actually make this unique as well and put it on a different track. Let's put different effects on it. So I want to put stereo shaper on it. Just kind of have it wider in the mix. More reverb and just lower everything like that. And just make some EQ changes as well. Let's try vocodex, and let's do like backing vocals, backing voices. Okay, that's too much. Let's see how it sounds. Just it gives it a little bit of something. But let's just put way more reverb on it. Okay, now I decided to do a little bit of commentary on what I am doing here, because it's been taking a while and I've been going back and forth. So instead of showing you the whole process, I'm just gonna talk about it during the editing right now. So basically I kind of decided to make this into a synthpop, synthwave track. So right now I'm playing with the bass, trying to get the bass sound right. And this is kind of what I left it on, but I'm gonna come back to the bass sound later as well. Then I decided to make the drums. I use Kashmir's pack and I use the acoustic kick in that pack and a nice snare and a clap. Then change the BPM to 105, and this is how the drum beat sounds. I also added some hi-hats, like so. Then I copied the notes from the chords we created in the beginning, and I put them on a new sound, kind of a classic synthwave pad or just a classic synth. notes were too long, so I lowered the sustain and adjusted the decay. And then I decided I don't like the bass again, so I had to make more adjustments, and I decided to layer two basses. One is going to play the higher frequencies and one is going to be more for the lower frequencies. This is the high one and this is the low one. Then I decided to create a crazy vocal effect with distortion. Sounds like this. Yeah, it's pretty extreme. So what you want to do is just put distortion on the vocal and then get rid of many frequencies. Just kind of lower all the frequencies until it's more subtle. I also added this sweep. Right at the beginning. And then consolidated some of the tracks so they are in the wave format, so they don't take up the CPU, because I was having some issues with that. Then it was time to make some lead melodies, and I was really looking forward to that. So here is how it went. So the melody was sounding really good. You're gonna hear the full melody in just a bit, but I also decided to create an arpeggio right after the melody. I basically just followed the chords and did like a 3-note arpeggio. Too slow. And at that point, we are pretty much done. All I had to do is just arrange it in a way that will make sense. And here is how the finished result sounds. Enjoy!
It is my perception. Your love I should not question. For more love than affection is the answer to my question. Yeah. It is my perception. Your love I should not question. For more love than affection is the answer to my question. Yeah. It is my perception.
And yeah guys, that is pretty much it for this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out Traglib, link will be below in the description, and get some cool vocals for your music. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I think the song turned out pretty well. It took me like 1 hour. But yeah, thanks for watching, and thank you to Traglib for sponsoring this video. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.